Welcome back. We the boys here bringing you episode 2 of our podcast. We still don't know the name, but it's all good. We'll figure it out soon. Hopefully before we upload these.
It doesn't even need a
But
name, man. We're
yeah, we just to be
fine.
honest, the substitute name is just a vibecast. So to be honest, we just vibing with the boys. We're trying to vibe with you guys. That's all that matters. I'm one of your three co-hosts, Ragu, aka Rigo, aka Young Ragu, aka Ragu Silver on Twitter. Follow me. I'm getting that cloud chain up, though, bro. You see?
Yeah, you're really trying for that clout chain, bro.
Bro, for real. That's the goal. Cloud's a
Cloud.
deadly drug. Nah, but yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, I reintroduced myself, Rigo, also known as Ragu. So yeah, thank you for tuning in.
I'm Jake. I'm still vibing.
He's still big vibe.
Caleb's here
Okay.
somewhere. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you was gonna say more, but you just said
Nah,
like,
dog.
"Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
Jake and
vibing.
I'm vibing."
I'm vibing.
All right. So look, as you may know, I am Caleb. All right. All right.
This is Caleb.
I
Yes. Hi.
am I am a degenerate. Yes. Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
but
True.
me
True.
and Caleb are known as the degenerates of the crew. There's one other member who's the simp king. I like to say.
He'll be
Like,
here hopefully sometime when he
yeah,
gets a
he'll be a
mic
special
fit.
guest. We'll have him. We'll try to have him at least once a month. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah, he needs to like
Simp
buy a
God.
microphone because like
Yeah.
he sounded like he was in a wind tunnel last time he was in Discord, bro.
True. He was
Yeah.
underwater.
He
I mean,
sounded. He
like,
sound. He sounded like Phil Swift when he was driving through the bayou with
true.
the
I saw the boat in half.
I just saw the boat in half.
I
He like
forgot all about Bill
he's out
Swift.
Please,
here. He's out here
please do
buying
not
like
try this at
smart
home.
lights and stuff. He can't even buy a headset.
He
For
works.
real,
He's at
bro.
Best Buy,
He
bro.
bought he bought wireless like
Yeah, he bought like
power
the
beats.
Power Beats. He bought a smart light with like the little Google Hub, and he
And those
like,
power beats weren't even like those power beats are expensive. I checked the price on them; they were like 250.
yeah, no, we have him at work. But yeah,
Oh
anyway.
man.
So Evo is gonna be our first thing we talk about because they just announced all their games.
Evolution
And
2020.
Evo
yeah,
2020 is gonna be the hypest Evo
yeah,
since
no, this is
probably
about
like
to hit.
this
Bro,
probably for me personally this is the hypest Evo since 2017 when Tokido won.
look,
Just because I
look,
love Akuma and Tokido pulled out the raging demon on
look,
stage, baby.
look. I was already hyped about the games that's gonna be at Evo 2020, but then
Hey,
the
we'll talk
rest.
we'll talk about the ninth game in a little bit later, but
Look, no, 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 no.
we're
That
gonna talk
ninth
about.
game,
We're just gonna
bro.
say for right now. We're just gonna say that ninth game is something that nobody genuinely like for sure thought was gonna happen, but it's something that is basically ingrained into Evo culture and basically made Evo into what it is now, essentially. And
I'm
that
happy
game,
about
if
it
you ever
too.
and if that game, if you ever played it, is like the most guilty pleasure fighting game I've like personally that I've ever played. I feel like it's probably for sure like a quadruple S tier game.
Yeah, unless you like actually learn how to play it and all that.
Oh yeah, if you learn how to play, then you can just use like what isn't there like 4 or 5 infinites in that game?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Let's just get out of the way, man. It's Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
It's Marvel, baby.
You want to learn how to do a fucking infinite?
Bro, it's
Just
so
pick
funny. Like
pick Magneto.
I was literally on Twitter right after they announced it, right after they said J Wong name, and then J Wong on Twitter was like, I didn't even know I was invited to this stuff.
Yeah, and now he's entered in like 4 games or something. It's so funny.
Yeah, he said he's gonna enter Sam Show, Street Fighter Five, uh, that, and I think he was gonna enter Granblue. No, Soul Calibur. I think he said.
Bro,
Bro,
I
you
haven't played
about to
Soul
see.
Calibur since Soul Calibur like 3.
Soul
Bro.
Calibur 6 is like,
So Calibur 6 is fun if you play with friends, but apparently, according to a lot of people, it's actually one of the best tournament like tournament fighting games. Apparently, like it's so like much crazy stuff that you actually experience that you see as a viewer. So I might have to like give it a peep. I know last year I didn't watch any Evo at all besides like the highlights.
Yeah, I didn't really watch that much of it. I watched there was a Guilty Gear tournament, right? Like a side one?
Yeah, I
yeah,
think there was.
I think I watched that.
I forgot who won that though.
I don't remember. I watched Fighters.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
fighters.
I watched. I think I watched Fighters, Tekken. I didn't watch Street Fighter. And I watched Unist. all on YouTube. You know, they're the VODs, the top 8 VODs. That's pretty much it.
So
So
yeah,
last what I watched was Tekken Smash.
Oh yeah, I also
Uh,
watched the Smash final. I didn't watch any of the like matches up to the final, but
I think I watched part of Smash, but like I don't know. I love
yeah,
Smash and I've
I
been
didn't
playing it
watch the
forever.
whole
I just
thing.
don't really care.
I'm generally surprised Smash was the first game announced since like typically I know or not typically, but apparently like Smash is like one of the least favorite games that the hosts actually care about.
That's
That's why
because an trigger disclaimer: Smash isn't a fighting game.
true,
Yeah,
true.
It's a
Like,
party
that's why
fun
every
time
time
game.
like when people actually like talk about fighting games, they always say the fighting game community and Smash. They never say Smash or they never say Smash is a fighting game because true people know that it's not a fighting game.
even like the thing about Smash, like I don't know if I'm gonna like trigger anybody that's listening about this or whatever, but I honestly just don't care. Like even like you can't really call it the fighting game. It has like 8 player Smash or whatever. It's meant to be a party game or whatever.
Yeah, it's a party
Like
fighter.
like you can't really change. I don't like the fact that they changed the rules of like the original game and like lock out like half the game and then they're like, yeah, now it's competitive. And even like the creators like, yeah, it's not meant to be a competitive, but they insist, especially
Yeah,
with like melee, how you need like certain mods and certain controllers and
and
all that stuff.
all the stuff in Melee that like is used in competitive play is a mistake that the developers just didn't think people would find.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because wasn't like wave dashing like apparently illegal for a long, or it wasn't illegal, but like people did not know about it
Yeah,
in
it
melee at
went
least.
unfound for a while. They found it in development, and they were just like, "Haha, that's weird." But it's like
And
no
then
one's gonna find that.
I watched the Smash Bros documentary like way back when. I remember like that one crazy Samus player who used like that like weird extendo grab.
Yeah,
And then there was also wobbling. Wobbling's like the most controversial like I don't know fighting game move. Oh, it's not even a fighting game, so I can't say that. But like most controversial like Smash move ever
yeah.
besides like or Smash thing ever besides like Bayonetta, I guess.
I was gonna
But
say
nobody cares about
like
Smash 4.
one of the most controversial pro gaming things, and then like all of the Dota ones came into my brain, and I was like, "Yeah, nah, Smash isn't that
Dota
big of a deal."
ones, and all the match fixing that happened in CS:GO and League of
Yeah,
Legends.
yeah. And the like the just the first one that comes to mind, and for people that know the fountain hooking in Dota from
Oh, I
yeah.
saw a
TI
clip of
three.
that.
Yeah,
I saw a clip of that. That's the only reason why they won TI3. Wasn't it Navi who won it or something?
they didn't win, but that's the only reason they got to the finals. They were gonna lose that game and get knocked out of the tournament, but
Uh,
they exploited the bug to fountain hook, and then they won. They lost in the finals,
yeah,
but like still they made it to the finals.
that's how it was with CS:GO. I- back in like when I don't know if you guys are like interested in CS:GO, but when Fnatic was in his
I
heyday,
used to
like when
watch
they were
it.
like when like they were in the top. I think it was 2012 where they exploited that glitch where like you could like triple stack or triple like you know what I mean, like where you could
Yeah,
like
yeah,
jump
yeah,
on
yeah,
people
yeah.
and like there's like some hidden pixels. And, like Fnatic were mad, we're like we're losing badly, and ever since that they started using that and exploiting that glitch, like people were like, "Oh, damn, they're about to make a comeback," and they did. But then people were like, "Bro, that's a cheat," and then they're like, "Oh, we found out that both LDLC and Fnatic were cheating using hidden pixels." And really like, and then Fnatic just forfeited.
Alright, well, anyway, to get back on topic. Uh,
Fighting games,
yeah,
Evo.
the games at Evo are Dragon Ball Fighters, Granblue Fantasy Versus, which is a new game that comes out like right before Evo, right?
Yeah, that's what they say. The same did with Blaze Blue and then Samsung. I think Samsung came out like a month before it.
Yeah, and then Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5, Smash Ultimate, Tekken 7, and
Uniclear.
Uniclear, which is the next Under Night game, which is going to be.
I'm genuinely surprised that Uniclear like was was in it because like a lot of, like from the way they talked about it like they didn't look like Uniclear was gonna be it because I thought like Granblue was gonna take its
Yeah,
spot.
yeah, that's what I thought too. Like when they announced Granblue, I was like, oh well, that took Eunice's spot from last year.
Yeah, but no, like they said like it was like you know a good tournament, and I'm glad that they liked it because to be honest, like I personally think that Uniclear is or Eunice in general was like it's kind of challenging to like actually understand because you gotta
Yeah,
understand like the limit breaker or not the
the
limit breaker but
grid.
the grid breaker and all that stuff,
Yeah, yeah,
and like each character is different, and like all their like combos they're not really infinites. Besides, like I think like Byakuya is like the only person who can like possibly have an infinite, but like it's kind of hard to like do it. But other than that, like you could do like like a he was like a 40 hit combo and barely do like 3/4 of their health.
The games that were announced like weren't the only surprising thing is that Granblue was in it and Mortal Kombat 11 was not in it.
See, I don't really I haven't cared about Mortal Kombat since like Mortal Kombat 9. So
I've never cared about Mortal Kombat, but I just know it's super popular.
like I saw a lot of tweets online on Twitter. I said online on Twitter saying that like they don't like people like even the people some of the people in the fighting game community don't don't care about it just because they feel it's basically like a Call of Duty s game where like every 2 or 3 years they release a new one with minimal things improved or minimal things added,
I'll have to take
which
your
I
word
can
for it on
understand.
that because I do not pay attention to Mortal Kombat even in the slightest, other than when I see people tweeting about it with the new characters or whatever.
Yeah,
But that's really
I don't know. I heard this year like Mortal Kombat 11 kind of like wasn't that good anyways because of like, the whole grindy aspect. Because
oh yeah, with like the
the the like crypt and all that and like
yeah
how to
yeah
get like certain things for people like apparently people hated that stuff.
Caleb thoughts? Is he gone?
I guess we're just gonna continue talking.
Yeah,
So
I think he is
it's
dead.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. Let's come back. So yeah,
Anyway, but I'm glad Uniclear is in there because Eunice is like my top one fighting game
Hello?
recently.
yeah. I think
There he is.
I if
What the
Guilty Gear
fuck?
Strive came like released before, I think Guilty Gear Strive be good.
Yeah, if Guilty Gear was released early 2020, it'd probably either be there or be a side tournament. I know it's gonna have a playable demo there, but
Yeah. Are they having
So
like a tournament there too?
I think it's just like a. I don't know if it's a tournament. I know it's just like a. You can play it there.
I don't know when it cut out. Well, my audio cut out or whatever, but it. What I was trying to say was, Mortal Kombat. Out of the things that got cut, I felt like Mortal Kombat was a given. Me,
I mean, like I'm fine with it getting cut. It's just I didn't think it would.
but
Yeah,
like
because
out of the,
like they like I remember they talked about like the reason why they didn't like ever like the reason why they had an NTR game for a long time was because it was kind of there when they first started doing it. Like they were like one of the only companies that gave them support, I guess. But I guess like apparently Warner Brothers wants to do its own like separate tournament that's similar to it. So that's why they're like, oh
well, I think that's all just been rumors though. Like for Warner Brothers to do their own tournament. I think that's
yeah
just people like speculation for why it got cut. But for me
um
personally, I feel like out of all the games that were shown, it was probably going to be a Sam show or Eunice. I mean, not Eunice or Mortal Kombat, but
Sam Show caught
that's
on really quick though. Like Sam Show got really
yeah.
popular.
it's because a lot of people loved how it's like back to the original because like
Yeah,
I guess the original was like within 3 hits like most of people will die
Yeah.
and like they said like they're glad that it's basically like playing the original just with like HD graphics and like it's actually getting patches and all that stuff.
I didn't like it when we tried it out, but like we didn't really give it a whole lot of time at Youmacon,
Yeah,
so I can't
because I
really
was
like
expect
speak on
yeah
it. But
because I was
But
expect
the
I think we were expecting like a fast paced fighting game. Oh, damn, I fucked up.
yeah,
what?
We were expecting like a fast paced fighting game. At least
yeah, it's like it's pretty slow. It felt really floaty and like yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I might try it out again if I get the chance. But
But yeah. So like I was saying, with the other fighting games, they're all getting like brand new shit. Like everybody was saying they hope, like not they hope, but they think Fighters was gonna get delayed, not delayed, cut from Evo or
there's no
whatever.
way.
But yeah, that was just no way because they're coming out with season three. Eunice is it did very well at Evo last year, and they're coming out with like a brand new game or whatever. Well, an add-on
A brand
edition
new
or
like
whatever you want to
version,
call it.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Uh, yeah, Soul Calibur. I don't know too much about Soul Calibur, and then Grand Blue was a given. It's been teased for like what 2 years, well, 2 or 3 years or whatever.
Yeah, that's the
So
game that they were working on before they work on the Persona 5 fighting game, I think.
Yeah,
So now that it's out, we might get that next year.
yeah. Unless they delay it to hell, like Granblue.
Yeah, you never know. You never know with some of these Japanese dev companies. They'll be like, "Yep, we're making this game," and then you don't
Yeah,
see it for like 6 years, like SMT5, Shed's Tier.
yeah. I lost all hope for SMT5.
I haven't lost hope yet, but I'm close.
They released like some fan, I guess, emailed them and they were just like, "Yep, we're still
Yeah,
working on it." And then
yeah,
like,
I saw that. They were just like,
it's
they were like, "Yeah, don't worry, it's coming.
like, yeah, we got
The
it. Don't
money's
worry about
coming."
it.
Yeah, it was not like a good ray of hope, but it was there, you know. Anyway, you said you had a lot to say about Granblue.
Granblue.
I saw a couple clips. It looks good. The game like aesthetically looks really good too. Like I like looking at it. But
Yeah.
yeah, go crazy, pop off.
So Grand Blue, right? I'm debating to like get the Singapore version or whatever. Then then like I'm actually waiting. Just the only thing that's weighing my decision is I want the physical release and I don't want to pay for it twice.
True.
So that's the thing. Before the podcast, we were talking about like net code and everything or whatever, and I just want to touch up on that. Apparently, there's like a lot of problems right now with Granblue. How net code is like really bad for the game right now, but you gotta
I mean, that's
understand.
expected because
You
they're basically trying to like play from America to their servers.
yeah, so you can't really say that it has bad net code when you're trying to play on
Yeah,
Japanese servers. Like
exactly.
it doesn't make any sense. And then like for people online to say like, oh well, that's why they're delaying it for the America or whatever, and like all that stuff, saying that the American version is gonna be like even worse. Like I don't believe that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I think the only thing that I hope for every fighting game like going into the future is like they improve their netcode when it comes to the United States. Because like Tekken, horrible netcode. Like such a fun game, but like the thing that makes me not want to play it half the time, or when I did have it, was like I would wait 5 minutes for a match to play it, and only play a 2 minute match.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
then even
the
and
thing
then even
about
with
it
Eunice,
too.
I
Go
think I
ahead.
went on Eunice like twice and like online, and like I waited like 3 minutes for like a literally like a 2 minute match. Like it wasn't as bad, but like still like the wait or
The
the wait time is like nowhere close to like the actual fight time.
the thing about it
that's
too is that uh, if they're playing like the Singapore, Hong Kong, or whatever version, and the fighting games, you don't like get servers like an FPS game. You connect to the
Yeah,
other player like straight, like it's you to their connection.
yeah.
So like if you're connecting to one dude across the world, like there's no way that that's gonna like it's not gonna work out well. Like maybe one day we'll get to the point where that doesn't matter, but I don't know.
I think once like we implement like 5G, I think for sure it's not gonna matter.
Possibly, yeah.
But like even 5G, like apparently it's so fast, but at the same time like it's a curse because you need what's called like you need to be close to it because like apparently it's not strong enough to handle long distances at the same time.
I don't know.
That's
It'll get
someone said.
figured out eventually, you know.
Because
Yeah, I mean, I think they're still like testing and doing
there's
shit.
this tech YouTuber named Marquise Brownlee that I watch, and he was going on it or he was like talking about it.
So, I mean, the internet's been like readily accessible and like pretty good for only like what 15, 16 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So yeah, they'll figure it out. It's still like it's been around for 25 almost 30 years, but like it hasn't been good for it's only been good for about half that time.
yeah.
But yeah, I hope Granblue is good. I'm not gonna pre-order it, and I'm probably not gonna day one it. But
What?
if I see that after a few days to a couple weeks after release, it's
Oh,
good
okay.
and all of that, I'll probably pick it up.
here's my thing about that, right? So with a lot of fighting games, if it's not like a Street Fighter or a Tekken, mainly Arc System Works games, it's like it depends on like when you buy them because the online either dies out really fast, but like people actually still play it. They're just not going online,
I
or
don't
it's
know.
just a dead game. Because like fighters was like that for a little bit. Like the first year, everybody was playing it. It was like super quick and easy to get a ranked match, but now it's like it
Here's the
takes a
thing.
minute, and then like
From what I,
people,
from what
yeah,
I heard, from what I heard about it is that like the best time to play a fighting game is of course at launch, but the best time to get into it if you're not doing it post launch is like when a new game's about to release. Because
Yeah.
what?
apparently like I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Like people are trying to get their like skills back up.
So like with like how Uniclear is coming out, the best time to get
Yeah,
into Unis is like right now.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
And we kind of did that.
but
yeah, we did.
well, eh, well, what Eunice is different because it's like
Eunice actually has like a really good community.
yeah,
Like
but like the thing that's different about it though is that like you're still, it's not like you're playing a brand new game.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, it's you're still playing Eunice basically. It just has like you know buffs and nerfs and whatever. That's basically their update for it or whatever.
yeah,
But like with something like Granblue, how it's literally like a first time thing. Like your best time to play it will probably when it releases.
I mean,
So
at the end of the
you
day, I'm
can,
probably gonna only play it with like you guys. Like I don't know. Playing online
yeah.
fighting games kind of sucks no matter what.
I mean,
true.
true, yeah,
Because like like, I don't know, like how you said, like you just randomly connect to a person, and that person could literally be across the freaking country, or in a whole different
Yeah.
state, or not a whole different state, but like a whole different
Whole
dang,
different
why
like
can't-
continent. Like
yeah, a whole different continent. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, had a brain fart. But yeah, like I don't know. I think that's just the problem with a lot of fighting games. Like they build their net code generally just around like their area or like their native country, which unfortunately for most people is Japan. And I think Mortal Kombat was like the only one that has like decent net code, just because it's like a U.S. made game essentially or U.S. developed game. But
yeah.
nobody cares about Mortal Kombat sadly as they used to.
I've
But
never got into Mortal Kombat.
I only got into it because I played it a lot with my brother and my
It's too
cousin.
slow
But
for me.
yeah,
ah,
it, at first it isn't like Mortal Kombat 9 and like Deception and all those. They weren't slow, but like ever since 10, they like did a lot of hit stun. At least that's how I feel.
look, see, with me, I just never really got into them because like combos and stuff, they just
They
don't look
weren't weeb enough for
flashy.
me.
It's not that. It's just that the like Arc Sys games or whatever, it seems like the combos are doing like way more than what they're
Except for
supposed to do.
Eunice, I feel like even if you do like a perfect ass combo, like Eunice only does like at most like 3/4 of your health, and even then, like the
No,
other the other dude can still like perfect you, or not perfect
I'm
you, but like still come back and like destroy you.
I'm not talking about like the damage or anything. I'm just saying like visually it looks more
Oh, okay,
appealing
okay.
than like
I thought you meant like
Mortal
damage
Kombat.
wise. My
Nah, like Mortal Kombat is kind of just like yeah, throw two punches, do a flip, kick in the face.
do a quarter, try do a quarter circle or a quarter circle triangle or whatever it is
Yeah,
for
but then
distance.
like with Eunice or like Dragon Ball or like
Oh yeah,
whatever, you're
Eunice
kind
is
of
kind of hard, bro. Like
yeah, but
you also gotta like be like matched up with the frame data sometimes on some combos. Like I was like trying to learn the Gordo combo, and it was telling me you have to hit this exactly like at 200 like 50 or like between 258 and 200 to 300 frames per second.
Yeah,
I was
that's
just like, what
insane.
the fuck?
Yeah, no, no thanks. I'll just stick to hoping for the best when I hit buttons.
Yeah, I just literally just spam quarter
Yeah,
circle.
really. But yeah, I mean, Evo's gonna be real good. I'm like, as great as that main lineup is, I am so excited for that Marvel tournament, dude.
true. Like bro, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was like my childhood, and
Bro,
seeing it coming back,
It's
I
like,
got
even if it's just an 8-man tournament, it's still like you got Justin Wong and Yipes. Like that match, when I first saw that match on like way back, I was just like, yeah,
it's like the
Marvel
most
vs.
iconic
Capcom 2
fighting
is
game.
see
yeah,
like to be honest, like I have so many memories of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like literally every time I used to go to Mexico during the summer, I would literally take 100 like 100 pesos in like one peso coins in a little little shopping bag, not a little shopping bag, but in a little it's called like a little sandwich bag, and I would literally just go to like a arcade machine that's like in a random ass store, and it will be an emulated version of a PS2, like a PS2 emulator arcade, and I would grind that out with my friends.
That seems like really jank.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I
It
gotta
was
I gotta
fun.
pop that disc into my PS2 and mess around with it sometime.
I
Yeah,
think I really wish that they would do like what they did with the Third Strike or whatever. It kind of made an online version, like a definitive edition, I guess you want to call it, and then they added online to it. I kind of wish they did that with Marvel vs. Capcom too,
yeah.
and like patched like some of the infinites that probably shouldn't be in the game.
Well, I think that's what makes Marvel so appealing, though. Like the infinites, or not the
I
infinites, but
mean,
like how much crazy damage, how much stuff is going across the screen. And you're just like, oh my god! Like I think like Max Perfect described how it feels. Like it's basically like sugar for your brain or for your eyes.
yeah,
I
Like,
think they need to bring back the all-time greatest fighting game, which is the JoJo game on the Dreamcast.
bro, that thing is so broken.
Yeah, it's a weird one for
I'm
sure.
surprised. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not surprised, but like, cause we literally just got like we literally didn't get, but there was like Eyes of Heaven and all that.
yeah,
We need like a that 2.5D like a Dragon Ball Fighter esque, like Dragon Ball Fighter art style
I
or
want
Unis art or not Unis art style, but basically Arsis developed style
yeah, I
Wait,
want
are you
fighting
talking
game.
about like All Star Battle or whatever? Because All Star Battle is kind of like that.
All-Star Battle
Was it?
is like that one's more like Soul Calibur because you can like move around on like the
True.
stage. You can like move in like a circular pattern or like motion, I guess, like sidestepping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I want Arxis to make like they need to take anime IPs like they did with Dragon Ball, and they need to make more fighting games out of them.
yeah.
Like
I
I think
feel
one that would work like kind of good. Would I was gonna say Black Clover, but then I think about like the one who actually uses weapons is just like Yami or
Yeah, that would just
what's it called?
be projectile
Yami
spam the
or
video
Asta.
game.
I
But
already
other
talked about on Twitter what I think.
I think they need.
Yeah,
I want a One Piece Arxis
I think
fighter.
One Piece would be perfect because like every single character would not be alike. Because every single like if you use devil fruits or even people who use like hockey and everything, like that thing
Yeah,
would be nutty.
like I don't. There's just so many different powers and like there's so many different move sets you can
I
do.
think a bleach one would do
Yeah,
good
Bleach
too,
was gonna be
but
my next one too.
the the big three I feel like would all do well. Even Naruto like will probably
yeah.
do well as an Arc Sys game. But I already talked about what I need for Arc Sys game, and I can die happy is a fake Arc Sys
Get
You think
that
game.
about
mid
Melty
out
Blood,
of here,
bro?
bro.
Bro, like
No mid in our
Multi Blood is
podcast.
cool. No, shut up. I don't care. Shut up. Melty Blood. Wait, not Melty Blood. Fucking Fate with like it's so many characters and like different the uses and how they use their shit. So
wasn't
it's like
wasn't there one like in schedule or not in schedule, but like in supposedly developed, but like they just never like, went through with it or something like that? Or like
mm,
Type Moon did not give them like the rights to do it or like did not
yeah,
something like that. It was something like it was
the
either Type Moon's fault or like they try to change up like a certain character's like thing so it won't be all the same because I guess they're trying to use like all this like not all the sabers but they're trying to use a lot of the sabers
yeah.
like
the
saber
thing
class
about
characters.
making a fake game though is that I don't know if it's popular enough for it to like be worth it for them to develop.
I think it is popular because I
In
see a lot of
Japan
people.
probably, but like in the
Yeah,
US like not it's not that popular here. Like in other parts of
Ah,
it's like mid-tier popular.
I beg to
I don't know.
differ
Like
because we have
I think a Demon Slayer
Like
game would sell better than a fake game right now.
well, yeah, right now of course, but like
I think like
then
yeah, if you read the hype train, then of course Demon Slayer would probably be like the go-to game right
I
now.
think even with Demon Slayer continuing like through the movies and stuff, I think that would sell better than a fake game because like the only people that watch Fate are like
Degenerates.
degenerates and like teenage girls who don't play fighting games.
but here's the thing though, like a lot of like Granblue is like that because nobody knew about Granblue before, like here in the states. In Japan, it's like super popular, and they made a fighting game out of that, and it's doing really well, even though it's been like
Well,
what
I
two
think a lot of
days?
people. The reason why it's doing really well, I think, is a lot of people playing it because it's a fighting game made by Arc System.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it basically sells itself at that point.
It
Yeah,
just
I
sells
just
because
don't
the
think
developer name.
the Fate game would have to pick like very carefully who they put in, because if they have like it'd have the fighters problem where there's like 90 Gokus. They have like
Well, they can
four
No,
just
there's
sabers,
well,
four
there
lancers.
isn't a lot of like the only like differences are is like there's alters. Like that's the only time where they like they clone characters really. Other than that, like if you see an FGO how there's like, oh, you want to get Archer Saber because it's a summer and she has a water gun. Well,
yeah, that's
that's just because it's just an event that they have.
yeah, it's just basically like fan service shit.
Well, yeah, but I'm just
Basically.
saying like because in Fate, there's like lancer and like saber and all that. If they have
Yeah.
like if they have too many of like say they have like they pick like three or four lancers and then like three or four sabers on the roster, they'd have to be
Well,
super careful of like making them really different and not having the Fire Emblem and Smash syndrome.
Yeah,
my thing is they can probably just do, start off the main cast with like fake granddaughter shit or whatever. Not fake granddaughter, I mean fake Stay Night or Fate Zero. They can have them as like the main cast. And then they can add on like, Fate Extra, Fate Apocrypha, and then like every character is different enough, I feel like.
It had to be a really small roster or a really intricately crafted roster if they want a big one.
Yeah, I agree with
It'd have
that.
to be like an 8 to 12 person roster, or if they want to go for like the 24, they'd have to try really hard to make them different.
yeah. I don't know. The one game I for sure want is like another King of Fighters.
I mean, isn't that already confirmed though?
I'm not sure. I haven't been keeping up with the
Yeah,
SNK.
there's another King of Fighters game coming out.
Rigo, the other
Okay.
day when I was buying Final Fantasy, I think I saw King of Fighters like 94 for the PS2 there.
Yeah.
I think.
The best one, not the best one in my opinion, but like
And isn't 98 like the best one?
90 is the best one mechanically from what I've heard and from what I've played. It felt like 98 and 2002 were like the best ones mechanically.
I haven't played
The
any
only
of them, so
reason
I don't
I'll
know.
give like 2002 the like edge is because it's like more kind of the visuals are a little bit better, I guess.
I mean, yeah, it came out later.
Yeah, but since I'm a Latino, or sorry,
Sure.
Latinx, because we gotta include everybody. Uh, that's just our games. Any Latinx people knows that you weren't raised typically on most things or on most other fighting games besides like maybe Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. But like one thing everybody knew how to play if you had an arcade machine in Mexico or like Central America or even in South America was King of Fighters. And like in my little hometown in Mexico, like people would have it would be like 12 people playing like King of Fighters like 98 or 2002. I forgot which one it was at the time. But they'll have like a mini tournament for like 100 pesos, and I was like, damn,
Isn't that like 50 cents?
damn, bro, don't disrespect
No,
Mexican
I'm serious. Like I
currency.
don't actually know.
It's probably like $5,
Oh, that's not too bad then.
I think it
I
is because
just
if you divide
I
like
thought the
right now,
conversion rate was way worse.
no, it's because like right now a dollar equals like approximately like 20 pesos, so it's like
Oh.
around $5. Yeah, but like back then it used to be like almost like 10 pesos was like $1. So like back then it was basically making like $10, which isn't bad. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
like
I
I
thought it
just
was way worse than that, but I think
no, ever since the depression or not the depression, but the recession hit and like Mexico had like its old like changes with some laws,
yeah, I
like
think I'm
it just
thinking like from way back.
yeah,
I
but
just
yeah,
remember that Kill la Kill had a game made by our shit.
Yeah, I heard it was
I
not
keep
good.
forgetting that was a thing, and like, yeah,
I
yeah,
heard
they
it
didn't
was
release
like
it
it,
recently.
really not good.
it released like last year.
Or yeah, that's what I meant. Like last year, because I remember I saw it on the calendar at Disc Replay.
Yeah.
it had like an 8-person roster and like they all felt bad to play, and then yeah, that's really about it.
Well, I don't like arena fighters at all, and like that's probably why I just forgot about it. Because at first everybody was like, "Yeah, this game is like super good or whatever," and then like I don't know, I never really paid attention to it because of the arena fighter aspect.
We should
Yeah.
play the greatest fighting game of all time, Gundam Battle Assault 2 on the PS1.
Oh, I thought you were about to say the Sailor Moon game.
No, I have gotten to
That
Battle
game
Assault
is
too.
like,
I don't know. Anything else we want to talk about fighting games? You
Not
just want to
really.
mention you just want to just mention your favorite fighting game your favorite fighting game of all time right now.
I mean,
Just end it off.
I mean, right now my favorite fighting game is definitely Eunice,
yeah, my
but
favorite fighting game would
of all
probably be
time,
Unison Fighters.
is kind of hard. Like I feel like I have to go Marvel vs. Capcom 2, just because of it's Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Jay. Right now, currently, my favorite is Eunice, and then of all time, Marvel's Capcom 2,
I forgot I have
closely
Marvel
followed
vs. Capcom 1.
by the King of
I forgot
Fighters.
about that.
Oh, don't you have it on the Dreamcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got that in my Dreamcast. I got the Dreamcast inbox, and I got Marvel vs. Capcom complete. I paid like $40 altogether.
Didn't, didn't we have like the Puzzle Fighter version of the Dreamcast? For the not the Puzzle Fighter,
No,
the
that was for the
Street Fighter Puzzle.
Puzzle Fighter is for the Saturn.
Oh, is it for the Saturn?
Yeah, that's like that's Tetris, but like you're
Yeah.
fighting the other person. It's weird,
I, don't know, I
but
remember Austin was talking about. He said that was a fun game actually.
it's fun when you're yeah. Like if you are with people that like playing Tetris, it's really fun.
Yeah.
But we did have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Dreamcast, but it was I don't know. I was gonna buy it for the Dreamcast, and I was gonna buy a Dreamcast with it,
Mhm.
but that was when like remember that like month period when they raised all the prices on all the consoles.
Yeah,
Oh
They
yeah, that was
raised
so dumb.
yeah they
But
raised the Dreamcast price to like $40 instead of like
didn't they raise
25.
all the prices? They raised every single console price like that we had, excluding the GameCube. I think they dropped the GameCube to like
No,
$25.
the GameCube went from 50 to 60, I think.
Was it? Because I remember,
It
or
was
at least
only
at
for like a
Taylor,
week until we were like, this isn't gonna work, and then they
yeah.
reduced all the prices.
because I remember at Taylor we were selling them for like $75, $80 sometimes our GameCubes. And then when we went to Livonia, I saw that it was going down, or it went down from like 60 to like 55 to 25 at one point. But I must have been
Yeah, it
reading
did
like,
drop to 25 for like a couple days because they messed up the update.
oh, okay, okay.
But I mean,
So,
like, it wasn't it wasn't meant to happen.
oh, okay, so I was okay. So it's just a little goof. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
they just messed up really bad. Like we
So
were
yeah,
giving people
one
like $18 and selling them for like 25.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that does it for the fighting game one.
Yeah, I mean, like
Cool.
we talked for
We talked
almost
we
40
talked for a
minutes
good.
just about fighting games. So
Yeah. Should we talk about the anime and the games that we're looking forward to?
yeah, I gotta pull up the list of seasonals right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Here, you pull up the list of seasonals and you just read the ones. Cause to be honest, I'm just gonna probably watch the ones that you recommend. Because to be honest, your recommendations are heat.
I've never failed you.
He never failed us. He probably recommends something like once a week. We always give it a try, and it becomes one of our favorite things of all time.
I mean, like
So like,
obviously
dude,
we're all watching Haikyuu right now.
yeah,
yeah.
we watch that weekly in our Discord. And if you guys want to watch it with us, catch up on season 4, and send us a
The
DM,
only
and we'll.
seasonal that I'm watching right now, other than Haikyuu, is Keep Your Hands Off Aizuken, which is like,
I need to start that.
dude,
Yeah,
I
it's
missed the
pretty good.
past. I didn't watch it like the past 2 weeks just because I was working. I was working super early, so I'd come home and sleep and then just not want to watch anything.
Yeah,
But I watched the episodes 4 and 5 today actually, and like, oh my god, dude, they're so good. It's such a good show.
I heard it like from some people from I heard, and even Scamboli said it. Like he said, it could be kind of hit or miss depending if it like pertains to your taste.
Yeah, it's definitely down to taste. It's like my first straight up slice of life style show, but I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I think I like it because it sounds very similar to New Game.
Um, I want to
So
watch Somali and the Forest Spirit.
Yeah, I heard that was really good.
Uh, the toilet bound whatever his name is, I heard is really good.
Yeah.
the
Um,
only show that I'm have on my list is Doro Hey Doro, I think it's called.
yeah, I don't even know where to watch that though.
Yeah, I don't know where either. I'm probably
We're gonna have to use illegal means, I think.
the secret methods.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the dark web.
Yeah, and then like I don't really like edgies too much, but like the interspecies reviewer or whatever. I've
I
been
heard that
hearing
was
a lot
really
of people.
funny. I might give that a shot. I
Yeah,
might binge that. I don't think I'd watch it week to week.
yeah,
Wait, what was it? What was it that you were saying? My bad.
Interspecies reviewers.
Oh yeah, I talked about it in the group chat for a little bit that that Funimation is gonna stop streaming it
They already
because
did,
they
I
were
think.
getting they stopped streaming it because they were getting a lot of backlash from it.
They they like ordered to have it like dubbed and streamed on their thing, but they didn't know what it was. So then once, because like the people who use Funimation now are probably like kids. Like I
yeah,
don't know anyone that actually uses Funimation now because it's all
Yeah,
like it's it's dub watchers, which are usually the younger people because they can't, like, I don't know. When I was younger, I definitely couldn't focus on subtitles and stuff and the show.
yeah.
So it's probably popping up on they're recommended when their kid just wants to watch My Hero or Dragon Ball.
yeah.
But on my anime list, it has a rating of 9.18. It's in the
Yeah,
top 5, I think, right now of all
I know
anime.
it's definitely one of the most popular ones of this season.
No, I'm talking like
So
of all anime.
oh, is it
Yeah.
the interspecies one?
Yeah, because
What,
I think it's Nux
bro?
Taku who started it.
It's probably you know why I think it's more popular because it's a better Monster Mansune.
No, no, no. It's like a thing that's like people are specifically doing. It's not rated that high because it is that good. I think Nux Taku started it,
Uh
where he's having people go rate it 10 out of 10 to see if they can get it to number one on my anime list because of
bro,
Funimation.
what the hell?
see. I liked his videos for a while, but like
He's so
I don't
annoying.
know.
I can't take it.
Yeah,
Like I still like he's okay, but like every time I go on my YouTube now, I just see like hentai, and I'm just like, bro, I ain't trying to watch this. I ain't
Yeah, he
trying to
talks
see
about
this.
hentai a lot.
Like, damn, bro.
Okay,
there's
so
a
That's
couple
the only thing
YouTubers.
that could get you views, really. Damn. And no disrespect to him, like he like some of his content is okay, like pretty good,
I feel
but
like he's
like
trying too hard. In
yeah,
the
sometimes he's
in the
just like
parts of his videos where he stops doing the crazy PewDiePie voice and just kind of like talks,
like where
it's really good.
like where he's like serious with you for a second, but like still
hmm
acts like himself is like probably his best videos
When
to
he's
date.
like not doing the voices and like all that, and he's like when he like talks about like the more emotional moments that he really like he's just being serious and straight up, and it's like good. But then he goes back to screaming and yelling like PewDiePie. I can't take
Yeah.
it.
That's that's how I felt about like Heavenly Control way back when.
Yeah, that dude's just corny though.
Yeah, he's just corny and goofy and like it's like all right, whatever. You're appealing to like middle school kids.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So like, don't judge me on this. This wasn't my uh, this was out of my control. It's another seasonal that you have to scroll down kind of far on my anime list to see. It's called Oda Cinnamon Nobunaga.
Mhm.
Oh, I think I heard of that.
It sounds
It's all
familiar,
these
but I
Japanese
can't say.
warlords that die in a battle, and then they get reincarnated as little dogs.
Oh, that's what that. Yeah, I think I
And
saw that.
I was, we were trying to find something to watch, and Maddie was like, "Hey, I like this dog. I'm gonna put this on." I was like, "All right," and we watched like 2 episodes of it. It's all right. It's not something I would watch on my own. It's kind of funny. It didn't really catch me, but yeah, they like draw the dog's butthole on, which is weird. That's really all I have to say about
Hmm.
That's dope.
it. um,
That's like Saren Zanmai because the clip that I saw like it showed like their little buttholes like
that's
with
the
like the
Kappa
backs.
one, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. See,
Is there anything? I'm checking spring now because there's really nothing in winter that I cared about other than
while you
that.
Well,
check, I'm just gonna talk
what
about
about
how.
what
Oh,
about ID invaded or whatever?
So when that first dropped, there were some people saying it was good. Or no, I'm thinking of the other one. I heard ID Invaded is good.
Yeah, that I wanna
What's the
see.
one with like the little girl or whatever?
Oh, fuck. What is
It
it?
sounds kind of the same. Yeah, I heard
Inspector.
when that first dropped, everyone was like, "This might be good," and then like I've heard now that people are like, "It's not good."
Yeah, but then everybody hit like what I see from it, I see a lot of people hit it with the manga is better.
That's
Like,
literally everything, though.
yeah,
That doesn't mean anything to me anymore.
bro, like at this point, if people say that the manga is better, then just read the manga. Like, why are we even bothering with the anime?
well,
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
I
I
mean,
like
I would say that the JoJo manga is better than the anime, but I prefer the anime because I think the voice acting and the music elevates it.
yeah, but like I'm saying like people are not giving it a true chance like sometimes, and they're just like, oh, the manga's better. Like at that point, don't even watch the anime. Like
Well,
you know what I mean?
I don't think that's the case. Like people usually don't just come off and be like, yeah, the manga is better. I mean, it's kind of like when you're watching something. Like if I watch JoJo's and then like somebody, I'm like, yeah, JoJo's pretty mid, which is not. But like, I'm like, yeah, JoJo's is mid, and then somebody comes up to me and is like, well, the manga is better. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
once you already kind of
It's
like
just
gave up on it, I think that's when they go with the manga is better card or
Yeah,
whatever.
pretty much.
I love we're just like are just saying that and like I see that at least like once or twice a day on like a random seasonal that I see on my Twitter feed, and they're just like, "Oh, the manga's better." I'm just
And
like it's pissing me off at this point. Like saying like, "All right, bro, like if we're saying the manga's better, then why are you just
mm,
like we all know most like 99.99% of the time like we know the manga is gonna be better than the anime.
yeah,
But the
true.
anime, a lot of people that don't understand like the anime is just an adaptation. They can mess some things around. Like,
I'm looking through summer or spring season now,
all
and
right,
the
so
only
I'm
thing catching my eye is that girl baseball anime,
bro thighs. That's gonna be the move. To
and
be honest,
uh,
we gotta watch that
No,
weekly.
wait a
and
minute.
Fruits Basket second season, but I still have to watch the first season. So,
Yeah,
So
bro, we're gonna watch that thigh anime. I mean, sorry, baseball anime on Discord.
and then there's nothing other than Haikyuu in the summer season. I guess Fire Force too, but
All
okay,
right,
so look,
all right. You guys need to
I
talk
got
about. Oh, yeah.
like what?
I was gonna talk about how. Never mind. I'll talk when you guys are like once we like towards the end of this little topic.
Okay, so I have two shows that I'm excited to see this season.
Oh yeah, is there any movies releasing anyways?
not that I'm aware of.
Oh
There's the
that
My Hero movie, but like, who cares?
Oh,
yeah.
the fate here, the fate.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I remember
Heaven
we were talking
Feel.
about it on the way back from what was it? When we went to go see Weathering with You.
Yeah,
Such a great
it's
movie.
that. But yeah. So it's the Fate movie. Snafu, ReZero, and
Bro, you're on your Blake stuff right now.
and there's this other like show. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like Geifner or whatever. But I heard I'm probably gonna pick up the manga before like the anime airs. It's kind of like it seems like furry bait,
Uh,
Oh, I
but
think I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
I don't
like
know.
some
Like
girl or
I don't pay
whatever, like
attention to seasonals.
some girl comes like goes inside like a fursuit or whatever, and like she becomes like a badass or some shit. I
Yeah,
don't
I know
know.
what you're talking
Oh,
about, and I'm
didn't
probably
Skate Bully like
not
talk about it like
gonna.
a while back?
Yeah, so
Apparently, it's supposed to be like a sign in it as well at the same time.
yeah, like I
Like,
heard people call it like the manga or whatever like pretty good, so I'm probably gonna pick up. It was on my list to pick up and read,
mhm,
but if they're coming out with an anime, then I'm probably gotta put it up higher up.
yeah.
But yeah,
That's
and
really all
then
I
I
have to
mean,
say for anime, though.
and
All right. So
then
before we get into games, do you have anything else, Caleb? Before I go on my little talk about seasonals.
uh, hmm, not much. Just ReZero. What it's been like what 3 4 years
I don't know.
since.
I don't like. I don't. Okay, I can't say I don't like isekai because like the only one I really watched was Sword Art Online, but that just killed the genre for me.
I don't
Like,
really,
Well,
I don't care for the genre as a whole, really.
like
well, I don't
it
really
just
watch isekais either, but like ReZero is probably one of the better ones.
that's
At
the only
least
one
like
that I heard that's actually like a little bit above mid tier.
yeah, it's a little overhyped, but it is good. And Snafu is just the romance shit.
Yeah.
My fix for that. Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna go into my little talk about seasonals and why I don't watch them, but I'm gonna try. So reason why I don't watch seasonals is because most of the time, uh, it's mostly three things that I see that's always in common in seasonals is like your generic slice of life, your generic harem, and your generic isekai that always has like 3 or 4 slots every seasonal. That's why I usually don't really watch seasonals. But now that there's a lot of things actually coming out that are just like coming out for only one season only that I've seen that are like good, I'm gonna try like watch a couple a season. Like what probably watch like the top four that I think might show potential, and like give it 3 episodes to 5 episodes. And if they don't interest me, I'm just gonna drop them. And if I drop all of them for this season, then I probably won't continue that trend. To be honest,
So it just got announced. I guess I just checked Twitter. There's an anime for Tower of God that's coming in the spring.
the hell's Tower of God?
I don't actually know. I've just heard a
It
lot of
sounds like
people
a.
talking about the manga.
Is it a manga? It sounds like a. It's called like a manhwa or whatever,
It
or
might,
the
it might be.
Korean webtoons.
Yeah, it's a manhwa, which I think
Oh, okay.
is
Chinese?
Chinese
Yeah,
or
it's Chinese, I
Korean.
believe.
I don't
I
know.
thought I thought the manhwa or whatever was just like the webtoon shit.
I have absolutely no idea. All I know is that I know a lot of people gas it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Uh,
sure manhwa is just like the.
manhwa is Korean.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I just searched it up.
Okay.
So I guess manhwas is mostly in color. Oh no, manhwas are basically like the manga for them, and then the webtoons are like, of course, they're all fully colored.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I just searched it up. So you guys want to get into the games?
Sure.
All right, so uh January happened, and the first week of February is coming to a close basically. So I'm just gonna go past that and start looking at the games that are gonna come out within the couple weeks to the end of the year.
Got
And the one
Yakuza
that caught my
remastered
eye the
next week.
most, the Yakuza remaster that comes out on February 11th. These guys know, and I'm a huge Yakuza fan. Played zero, one Kiwami, or Kiwami 2. I'm playing it right now. Or I was playing it, but I gave it a little break because I literally put like 60 hours into it, like under a week. So I'm gonna give that break. And then once Yakuza 5 comes out or Yakuza Remaster comes out, I'll probably pick up Yakuza 2 again. And then beat it, and then finally play 3, 4, and 5, and then finally play 6 while I'm drinking out of my glass dragon cups.
Oh yeah, you got the cool special edition.
Yeah, I got that as a gift actually from my cousin who got me into the Yakuza series. So shout out to him. I don't know if he's
The
ever gonna listen to
first
the podcast, but yeah.
the first game coming out that I'm excited for. I mean, Yakuza 2, but you just talked about it. I'm not like a
Yeah.
huge fan. I have the only one I don't own is Kiwami 2, but I have the remaster like pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Um,
I have the Yakuza 1 Kiwami like steelbook art is my wallpaper right now, and I got a
yeah, I
lot of
saw that when
compliments
you
from
sent me
it.
your screenshot or whatever.
Oh, I said the screenshot about the cloud AirPods, whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like my friend, like I had a lot of friends who like saw it and they're like, "Bro, send me that." And I'm not gonna be a little bitch and be like, "Nah, bro, this is mine." Nah, I sent it to them,
So
and now we matching.
I mean, I still got a while till these games come out, like a month and a half, or
Yeah.
2 months in one case. Uh, Persona 5 Royal
Let's
and
go.
and the
Oh
Final
yeah.
Fantasy 7 remake are like,
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, the Mega Man Zero comes out till the 25th of this
oh
February.
god, you're right.
Let's go.
Damn, let's go, baby.
But
Let's
So
go.
I'm a big RPG nut. Like that's really all I play anymore.
What? He spent bands on Dragon Quest, bro. He
I
spent
bought them
bands.
before they were like really expensive. They've like
But
all
he still
doubled in
he's
price since I bought them.
he still spent a pretty penny.
I still probably spent like $200, but
Yeah.
I have all of them.
What else is coming out? Oh, Eternal also comes out. Doom Eternal comes out as well in
Yeah, I mean,
March.
I know that it's gonna be good.
Neo.
I just don't know if I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
I never played a Doom game, so
Doom is very
Neo.
fun, but
Like if
like
you're just looking to like mindless fun, then I guess that's like you're basically
you gotta get used to it though, because it's
it
like
seems
yeah.
like
you gotta keep
it's
moving, keep shooting, keep just punching stuff in the face. You can't just like stand there and shoot.
Yeah, like there's so much shit happening around you. You have to be alert at the same time, but it's like so fun that you're like kind of engaged into it.
Yeah,
But at the same time, it could be frustrating.
I might
so.
pick up Doom 2016 before and play that.
Doom
After
seems like one of those like run and gun games or whatever in the arcades or whatever, and like
It is
is
pretty
the
much.
model.
it
Yeah,
is pretty much. Oh yeah, Neo 2 also comes out, but
I really don't care honestly.
So
Resident Evil 3 comes out in April. I'm kind of hyped for that.
I might
Best
actually
Final
play that. I
Fantasy
didn't
7
buy the
remake.
Resident Evil 2 remake because I had played the original and I didn't feel like I really needed to play the remake, so I just watched
Yeah.
streams of it and stuff.
I know a lot of people were saying like, yes, Resident Evil 2 remake is good, but like I seen a lot of tier lists. And again, this is their own opinion, of course. They actually rank Resident Evil 2, the original, above Resident Evil 2 remake a lot of
That's
times.
probably mostly because of like that being their first
Nostalgia.
experience, yeah. And
Yeah.
like that's what they played first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, of course, it's their own opinion. So,
But
but yeah.
I think even more than Persona 5 Royal, I think I'm more hype for the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Oh yeah, because you just see, I haven't played Final Fantasy 7 or any of the Final Fantasy games really, so I
Yeah,
can't.
like I
I'm not
said in the
hyped for it.
last one, like I'm getting into them right now. Like I'm as someone who plays almost exclusively RPGs, other than when I'm playing like Monster Hunter and fighting games. Like I haven't ever played them, so now I'm buying them all, playing them, and I think they're like 7 is good. It's overhyped. Like people are like, the people are like, it's the greatest game ever made. It's the
That's
best.
because it's like their first taste of video
It
games, I guess.
it's their first taste of like a true story driven game.
Yeah.
Because back then they weren't like stories in video games were like I'm Mario and I'm a plumber guy, or
Or I'm Sonic the Hedgehog and I go
yeah, like
fast.
they weren't like there was a little bit of story there, but you had to like read the manual and just like it wasn't like super cutscene story based.
I think that one back was probably like probably Mega Man. 'Cause Mega Man did have some like intriguing stories sometimes, but they didn't come out.
Yeah,
The
but at the
story
end
didn't
of the
really
day,
develop.
that's still Mega Man is still just defeat the robot
Shooter.
masters and then fight Wily.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, Trails of Mana is also coming out. I don't know if anybody's hyped for that.
I have the original on the Switch. I bought the collection. I have
Yeah.
not played it yet, but I the new remake for it looks really cool. I'm like I actually think I'm gonna buy it. But
Last
do
of Us Part Two
do do
comes out May.
do. So games I'm hyped for. It's not
Shut up, Caleb.
much. You shut the. Anyways,
Cyberpunk 2077
I
comes out in
swear to
September,
God, Rico.
baby.
he really was just like Caleb, no one cares. But yeah, I'm gonna buy Cyberpunk twice.
Nice.
Continue, Caleb. That's all I have.
Ghost of
Uh,
Tsushima, bro. That's the game I'm hyped for, to be honest.
all right. That was episode 2 of the podcast.
Nah,
Hey, bro,
keep on. Nah, bro. Just
you
Uh,
ain't even recording, bro. So it doesn't even matter.
now look.
yeah,
Anyways,
sure.
I'm the one editing this. I can just
You can just
All
use
right.
the
Well,
later half.
here.
Nah, it's fine, bro.
I'll kick Rigo out the server, and
Ah,
then
damn. All right,
no,
all right.
but
Do,
look,
do your do your thing,
so
Kim. I was just teasing with you, bro. You know,
so
I
the
love
game
you. I love you, DCS.
that is it for the podcast. All
bro,
right.
I was taking a sip of my raspberry tea, and I almost spit that
So
into my monitor.
so damn man, now you made me lose what I was about to say.
Games that
God
you're
damn it.
excited for, bro? Other than the fighting games we already talked about.
Okay, yeah. So Guilty Gear is a given.
Oh yeah.
Final Fantasy and Persona is a given. Uh,
Wait.
damn, I forgot the last one. Shit.
She farted
Oh,
on my pee.
I don't know if it was confirmed for 2020 or like a launch title, but Godfall
Yeah,
is
it's a
Yeah,
launch
another.
title
it's
for
good
the
for
PS5.
it's confirmed
Yeah,
for winter of
Yeah,
twenty
it's a
twenty.
launch title.
Yeah,
yeah.
we
Godfall and
gotta grind
Tales of
that out.
Arise are
Gotta
like,
grind that out, son.
I'm
yeah,
yeah, like the second half of this year with like Godfall and the PS5 and then Tales of Arise, which I assume is gonna be probably later in the year.
yeah.
And
Let
then
me see if it is.
Cyberpunk.
It's just 2020 as of
Yeah,
now.
but like
It's
I don't know, I feel like the front end of this year is so packed.
yeah, true.
Nintendo hasn't even
Yeah,
revealed most of their stuff yet.
Yeah,
yeah. It looks like
Nintendo.
Tales of Arise is coming out later this year, but it looks like it's not gonna be on the new consoles. It looks like it's still gonna be on the Xbox One and PS4.
which is fine because a lot of people aren't gonna instantly buy the new consoles, so whatever.
True,
Yeah,
true, true. So yeah. So you say you're hyped for fighting games mainly? You know the JRPGs are coming out.
yeah,
Godfall.
Bro, I
Anything
rewatched
else?
that new Final Fantasy VII trailer, the song trailer, whatever they called it.
The cross
and
dressing one.
the newest one, the like three
Yeah,
and a half minute one.
Hey, bro, I don't keep up with this.
Did you
You
not
gotta
watch it?
explain it to me more. No, bro, I don't keep up with Final
Uh,
Fantasy 7. I told
Bro,
you,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
have to send you that link. It looks fire.
Bro, I'll suck the schmeat off your dick.
All right, all right, all right. But anyway, being past
So
the,
can we play now?
because we assume that this part's gonna be like Midgar only, which is like the first 10 hours of the game if you're slow. But
Isn't it supposed to be like Midgar and then like a little bit of like a new, like of expanded story?
yeah, it's gonna be all of Midgar, but they're expanding the story, which is good because dude, when I was playing through Midgar, like it was fast paced and it was like I'm fine with fast pace, but like it was just going and like things were just happening and like I want more of the build up that I think they're gonna add to it and more like there's some small little character moments that are like super nice, but I want more because the characters in Final Fantasy VII are definitely its greatest strength. Like
That's what I hear.
the
I
combat's
hear
good.
the story and the combat. You know, it's your typical, JRPG like story and combat most of the
Yeah,
time.
basically.
But like the stories, the characters and their development mainly is the one that made the game
Yeah,
stand out as it
I
did.
I really attached like Cloud is like super iconic and like larger than life at this point. But like,
He is my son.
yeah, Cloud
Praise
my
the sun.
baby. But
Hey, I'm sorry.
they're all good.
Like people on Twitter, stop doing that. It's just weird at this
Yeah,
point.
please stop calling little anime boys your son and like it's
We
just
get it.
weird.
It's kind of cute sometimes, but
when was that ever cute?
like at first it was like when I don't know. I'm just tripping, bro.
It's
This
the
is not
equivalent of like
this.
your friend being in a relationship and then you being like calling them mom and dad.
Hey, bro. I call my friend's mom and dad my dad.
No. Not like
I'm
their
just playing.
actual mom and dad.
No, I'm just
Like
playing with you.
yeah, okay. Just make sure.
So, I think the only people that just do that are just like wanna be e-girls or whatever, and
Yeah,
they think
basically.
that's quirky.
Hey, but those eagles be hot though.
Shut up.
Yeah, e-girls hit them up. Not me.
Yeah,
Don't touch me.
She kind of quirky though.
she kind of quirky though.
Anyway, we're a little over an hour here, so we can do our last bit that we're gonna do every podcast for the most part.
I mean, yeah, I don't. I mean, for me, it's not anything different.
Well, what'd you do this week, bud? What games did you play?
Nothing.
Really? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I haven't played anything because I've just been watching Lupin and just other shit.
Oh yeah, you finished Lupin Part 4. You talked a lot
Yeah,
about. Did you finish it before the last podcast?
yeah, I finished it like right before the last podcast, but then like I got a little bit deeper into part
Yeah,
five,
talk a little bit about Part 5 real quick.
bro. But like you can't really do that without like spoiling it.
We'll just
It's like I'm still not
say
like
how you're feeling
Bro, at this
full,
point, I don't care.
but like you
for other
probably
people.
don't care. But the yeah.
Say how you're feeling about it so far, like compared to Part 4.
So compared to part four, I think I already talked about this, but I'm just gonna say it again. So, like I said with part four, I prefer the art style in part four
Jesus
because I
Christ,
just
You just
like.
got really loud, bro. Move away from your
Oh
mic.
shit. So, wait, hold on. Is it better now?
Yeah. Like put your
Okay.
whole computer in your mouth.
So, part four, I like it. Like the art style way better. Not way better, but just better because I like the harsher lines or whatever. It gives off more of an expression. Uh, but part five story and just like general direction seems
Overall
way better.
vibe.
Yeah, it just seems way better. I talked
True.
about in the last podcast how it was part four was kind of just like, hey, here's these characters, look what they're doing. All right, and then it's cool or whatever. Like you kind of get it, but you're like, whatever. It doesn't take till it's like halfway through, then you realize, oh, there's a story to this.
There's a lot of those really small little character moments that
Yeah,
did.
and then
I don't remember. In Part 4, did Part 4 have the episode where Fujiko like put something in the toilet, or was that Part 5?
I don't know what you're talking about, so
All
it's
right, so
probably
I
part
assume it's
five.
late Part 5. That episode is literally just like the main four, and
Mhm.
like I said, Higata shows up for a minute, but they're just like in one, basically like one room for the entire episode, and it's just character interactions, and it's super good.
Can't wait to see that because like the character interactions in Lupin are just amazing.
Yeah,
Like
it's super good.
it it kind of has tropes, but like they they steer away from it most
They
of the
kind of
time.
have like their own tropes.
Yeah,
But anyway, I mean, last time I was like, yep, I'm playing Final Fantasy, and it's- I
Yeah,
mean,
but you got new additions since then.
yeah, I bought the 13 trilogy and fished my Xbox 360 out from storage exile. I started it. I played like an hour of it before we recorded the podcast. All I can really say about it is that it's super pretty and the music is good. Everything else, I don't know, but I know that it's supposed to be the bad one. I'm pretty excited to see if it's bad or if it's not bad or if it's only kind of bad. But other than Final Fantasy, this week I finally caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, let me check what chapter.
Bro,
I know I'm like towards the end.
that manga
Oh, I'm
is
on 90. I literally got, or I'm on basically the last page, chapter 90.
heat.
isn't it at like
93.
91? Oh, okay.
It's dude, the current arc is insane.
I probably have to catch up like soon. It's just I've
Bro,
been busy.
it's the best of the new gen. I can say that
And then
confidently.
like whenever I have free time, I'm just like, all right, let's watch Lupin or let's laugh up combos and
I just kind of did it
memes.
yesterday. Like I was gonna watch something. I don't remember. I was gonna play something, but I
Yeah,
kind of
that
started reading it, and then like after a couple chapters, I was like, maybe I'll go do something else. But then I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep reading, and then like I really got into it, and like I read like 40
yeah,
chapters almost.
I feel like I probably have to do like something like that. Like it kind of just has to hit me when I want to read manga.
And like
Like it's not something that's like ever planned. It's just like, oh, well, we're reading manga now. I don't really
the
care.
chapter that this most recent chapter 93, leaving off on that chapter was like perfect because of what's happening right now.
The Gojo retrieval look.
It's like the perfect
Gojo's the
chapter.
rawest. Gojo's the rawest dude in manga right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, dude, just so
Bro, he just goes nuts.
bro.
Bro,
He's just nutty, bro. He's like, oh, I got red, I got blue. What you want? You want purple?
He's just like, oh,
I gave you.
here's
you
like
say
three.
that,
What? Go
you
ahead.
say that, but then like you act like Kirito does not exist, bro.
All right.
Hey, bro,
Look,
I
kick him out the
swear to
server.
God, I will I will
Even though he
drive
created
over
the
to your
server, kick him
house.
out. Kick him out.
Like, I can't
I
believe
don't
you just
know.
said that, bro. My brain just turned off.
All right, look,
Bro,
I
you
don't know
messed up the
why,
entire vibe of him, bro. You messed his
Bro,
entire vibe up.
I have to
He's
restart my
about
vibe.
he's
bro.
about to stab you the next
It's
time we
only
hang out.
episode 2 and I have to restart my vibe.
Yes, bro.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about this for a little bit. Like,
Go ahead.
I know I mentioned this a lot before. Like once we get a little bit more people watching, we should probably do like play fighting games and then just talk about our podcast while playing fighting games. I think that'd be dope.
Here's the thing about that, right? It sounds dope, but I can already see it now.
I'm not saying like
Me
I'm not saying like weekly. I'm not saying like once a month. Like not like
Wait, so you're talking about like in the podcast, like as we record the podcast, we just play fighting games or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah, so like the
And then
thing
we could
about
just
that is like we get too invested in fighting games.
Yeah, true. We'll be screaming at each other, not talking about anything.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be like talking about topics, it'd probably be
it'll
just
probably
talking,
just be
look at
like
each other,
fuck
then
you,
Yeah.
bitch.
yeah, pretty much.
Uh,
Anyway,
flame.
Rigo, you're last up for things
Oh,
you did or watched or
I went from
licked.
chapter I think like 32, 35 to chapter 91 in Jujutsu Kaisen since the last time we recorded.
I gotta go cop volume
Yeah.
2.
I gotta cop manga in general.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow,
Uh,
actually.
started playing Apex again with some friends. Yeah, I played BRs, kill me. Or I play a BR, kill me. Uh, copped AirPods. I think I said the last episode.
That was literally like we were waiting for you because you're like, I'm copping AirPods.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Uh, nothing really much happened. I haven't copped any new games. Haven't played any new games recently. Uh, I guess I'm watching Kuroko again. I'm almost done with that again, sadly.
Yeah, you lapped me like real quick.
Yeah, bro. I don't know why, bro. Like it just gets me hyped. It's like once I know a part, I'm just like, damn, I need to rewatch that part again.
I need to catch up on that too.
Bro, season 3 is heat since it's just like games back to back to back to back.
All right, well,
Meet the
I think that's really all we
goals.
have, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Follow us
Well,
on Twitter.
yeah, do that. Our things are on the screen as always.
Yeah, we say very controversial opinions and talk about stuff we like and stuff we like and stuff we like or find funny.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. If you want to invite our to our Discord so we can watch some anime, DM us and we'll send you the
Yeah, we
link.
can drop links to Discord on Twitter eventually.
Yeah, because we on that grind, baby. We on that grind.
But yeah, Anyway, we'll see you next time. Drive safe. Drink
Yeah, bro.
water.
Don't text and drive.
Yeah,
This
I
is
mean
your
that falls
main-
into drive safe.
What?
I know.
All right, well, anyway, see ya.
I was going to
I
say
drive a
something
truck.
that's really bad.